Rumors are going around that someone made an attempt on Jamie Foxx's life, and fans are saying this is exactly what Kanye warned us about, and yet no one listened to him.
You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that.
Jamie Foxx was admitted to a hospital in Atlanta almost 2 weeks ago, and doctors are still running tests and trying to figure out what happened to him. And while Jamie is now reportedly slowly recovering from his mysterious medical emergency, he still hasn't been released from the hospital, even after weeks, and no other details about his condition have been released to the public. Meanwhile, the director of Jamie's upcoming Netflix movie already replaced Jamie with another actor, and fans are now worried that someone tried to eliminate Jamie. What's also really disturbing is that Jamie's hospitalization came just months after Kanye West talked about how Hollywood elites can make people disappear in order to traumatize and monetize. So is this what happened to Jamie? Did someone really try to take him out?
In order to control, traumatize, they want to monetize and traumatize.
On Wednesday, April 12th, news broke that Jamie Foxx suffered an undisclosed medical complication. And according to TMZ, Jamie's condition was so serious that he was immediately hospitalized, and his entire family flew in to be by his side.
He was taken to the hospital, and it was bad. Bad enough that family members from outside of Atlanta, there were some in Atlanta, but family members from outside flew in and rushed to the hospital to be by his side. We were told by sources that know that he was able to communicate as of last night, meaning that he wasn't communicating before.
Later that day, Jamie's daughter, Corinne Foxx, issued a statement via Instagram assuring fans that Jamie's condition was already improving. However, Corinne didn't reveal what exactly happened to her dad. From the Foxx family, "We wanted to share that my father, Jamie Foxx, experienced a medical complication yesterday," Corinne wrote. "Luckily, due to quick action and great care, he is already on his way to recovery." Several media outlets initially reported that Jamie had suffered a stroke due to stress caused by an incident that recently occurred on the set of his new movie Back in Action. However, Jamie's family hasn't confirmed or denied these reports. And while Jamie's rep didn't want to respond to requests for comments on his health, a separate source said the doctors are still running tests and trying to figure out what happened to Jamie. As for the Back in Action drama, just weeks before Jamie was hospitalized, reports emerged that Jamie called the police to the set of the movie after he discovered an elaborate plot to steal his money. According to the Daily Mail, someone tried to steal over $50,000 from Jamie during the film production, and the producers halted the movie to carry out an investigation. A member of staff was reportedly fired due to their involvement in the planned scam. However, we still don't know who this person was and how exactly they were planning to steal Jamie's money. Meanwhile, one source close to the situation suggested in an interview with The Sun that Jamie had some sort of breakdown after he realized someone was trying to scam him, and he allegedly fired several other senior producers on the spot in a furious rage on set. The source also said that the whole film has been a nightmare to shoot, and on top of delays and difficult weather conditions, this latest issue was, quote, a bit more sinister. "People will be glad when this thing finally wraps," the insider said. Also adding that Jamie's co-star Cameron Diaz was so traumatized by the strange incidents on set that she's now planning to quit film acting again. After Jamie was hospitalized, many fans started speculating that the alleged scam on the set of Back in Action and Jamie's medical emergency were somehow connected. But then the whole situation took an even more disturbing turn after rumors popped up online that Jamie told the police that someone tried to take his life. Though these claims are not verified, multiple sources claim that the police came to the hospital to talk to Jamie, and one Twitter user said that Jamie told the cops somebody is trying to kill him. What's also really bizarre is that the director of Back in Action, Seth Gordon, replaced Jamie with his stunt double as soon as Jamie was taken to the hospital, and they continued filming as if nothing had happened. It was initially reported by several outlets that the production of Back in Action was shut down after Jamie suffered a medical complication. However, just a few days after Jamie was hospitalized, his stunt double was spotted on set filming Jamie's scenes, and according to TMZ, Back in Action is going full steam ahead without Jamie. But why were they so quick to replace Jamie? Did they know right away that Jamie's condition was so serious that he wouldn't be able to work again? Well, fans on social media are now starting to spread different theories about what happened to Jamie, and many of them are saying that all of this could be connected to what Kanye West was referring to when he said that around Hollywood, a lot of celebrities and their family members go missing without explanation.
My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that. In order to control, traumatize, they want to monetize and traumatize.
Now, the idea that Hollywood is run by powerful elites who can get rid of celebs whenever they want and profit off of their trauma is nothing new. In fact, before Kanye spoke about this, people like Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams were also trying to warn the public that fame has a very dark side.
It takes a while when you punch through to adjust to the atmosphere. It was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories of what happens, and I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me.
Okay.
When
you say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories?
I mean, you see before, look, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me."
Yeah, we hear those stories.
And it always happens around the time of their career where it seems as though they're crossing over the next plateau.
It's also interesting that Dave mentioned Martin Lawrence in this interview because a lot of people are now comparing Martin's situation to Jamie's and pointing out all the disturbing similarities between these two incidents. Back in 1995, Martin was filming the comedy thriller A Thin Line Between Love and Hate when he supposedly suffered some sort of breakdown and was hospitalized at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. He was released from the hospital shortly after. However, less than a year later, he suffered another episode and was arrested waving a gun in the middle of an intersection on Ventura Boulevard in Los Angeles and screaming, "They're trying to kill me." Martin was again hospitalized, and his PR agent claimed at the time that Martin had a breakdown due to extreme exhaustion and dehydration. However, when Dave Chappelle appeared on Inside the Actors Studio in 2006, he insinuated that what happened to Martin was not an isolated incident in Hollywood. Dave also referred to his own experience when he famously walked away from a lucrative Comedy Central deal and fled to Africa, suggesting that he had to go away to save his own sanity and possibly his life.
Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows.
What's also interesting is that Dave pointed out that the media is very quick to label someone as crazy whenever they try to speak out against the dark side of Hollywood. And as you all know, this is exactly what happened to Kanye. But Dave isn't the only celebrity who tried to warn everyone about the sick environment in Hollywood. Cat Williams, who was also labeled as crazy on multiple occasions during his career, talked openly about the elites who run the entertainment industry and what happens to celebs who try to stand up to them.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them. It's not necessary for us to stir up that hornet's nest unless we intend to get stung 1,000,000 times. I didn't understand that. They had to sting me 1,000,000 times. I'm still not going to join, but I respect it a little more.
Now, when it comes to Kanye, many people initially mocked him when he talked about how celebrities are controlled and how easily they can come up missing. However, after Jamie Foxx was hospitalized without previously suffering any medical health issues, fans started saying that there are simply too many coincidences at this point for us to simply dismiss Kanye's claims. What's also really disturbing is that Kanye talked about how someone could have easily switched his meds after he was hospitalized back in 2016, following a reported psychiatric emergency. And if he had passed away, the media could have easily blamed it on his mental health issues.
And they wanted to medicate me every day. You realize, like, they could have just switched to medication and I wouldn't be here. And on the news, they would have said it was because of a mental issue. Right? Yeah. I ain't never been back to the hospital since 2015, but every time they say I'm crazy, it's just when I'm saying the truth. So what's the crazy part, really?
And this is why fans are now worried about Jamie, and they're praying he's surrounded by people who really have his best interest at heart. They slipped Martin something and he is not the same, just a shell, one fan said. They're trying to do that to Jamie. And another fan commented, "God bless Jamie, get well soon. Hollywood is capable of anything, even getting rid of people they don't like." But let's hear your opinions on this. Do you think someone really tried to eliminate Jamie? Let us know in the comments, and don't miss out on this next story.